Middle of Nowhere Studios. I'm going to give you a little tour of my tiny studio so you can kind of see how I do what I do and where I'm doing it at. Staged it obviously for your entertainment. I've got my banner up and I've got some artwork out that you can look at. This bench right here is a double purpose bench. I use this to do all my clear coating. You can see several paint jobs and clear coating jobs have been done on top of this rack. Works great because paint and air blow through. I don't have a lot of reflecting material coming back at me, which is fantastic. Obviously, got to have a cutting mat to cut masking and all that good stuff. Incidental stuff back there. I've got soapy water for sanding, box of shop towels, homemade paint cleaning buckets. I use this one for spray. I use that one to dump the bulk out of my airbrush guns. Then a little cup that I use for water. This is my actual workbench area. I've got a Tekka Designs helmet holder on here right now. Everything I do is artwork-wise has been done on this bench. Entertainment center over there. Use that for my reference pictures, listen to music, watch movies while I paint. It's kind of a nice setup. My two only airbrushes I have, both Iwata Eclipses. Fantastic thing, the Iwata Eclipse. Pressure regulator down here, easy access so I can change it up. I usually run a really low pressure. All my paints that I use normally are over here. This is the main level I use. These are all Wicked paints. I have my Auto Air Color candies up here, and then if I ever do any kind of material work like shirts or canvas, I have some Crytek stuff, not much. A couple cans of One Shot, some Pearl Flake, some Metal Flake. Up here I got my pen striping brushes that I don't play with very often, but this is just a pool noodle that you cut slices in. You can mount your paintbrushes so that they can hang as they dry. And I've got normal paintbrushes over here. Big box of craft sticks. Fantastic for stirring paint or clear coat. This is a little toolkit I use for all my airbrush cleaning supplies are in here. So if I tear my airbrushes down, all my tools are in there. My favorite thing out here, 3D skull that was made by my buddy Fred from Ames. Then over here, storage cabinets. Just various stuff. Then I've got all my bulk Wicked stuff down there, and then some urethanes on the bottom, and what's left of my clear coat. Here's my trusty air compressor. Had this for several years now. When I go to drain it, I just have to move my plotter out of the way and pull it out and then release the water from it. Here's a rack of all my old, these are actual done paintings that are waiting for new homes or shows or whatnot. They're just stored right here. Over on this side is more incidental stuff. Got shop rags, trash bags, paper towels, old mannequin head that I used to use for helmets before I got that. Excess lighting that's going to go up at some point. Here's my trusty plotter. It's a US cutter. Fantastic tool. I love this thing. Use the hell out of it. My lovely wife convinced me to get it. I didn't want to because I'm cheap ass, and she just did it, and I'm so glad she did. I've used the hell out of it. It's paid for itself like 90 times over. Jugs of water, I use these I use mostly water-based paint, so always got to have water around to help clean. That's what's in those. These down here are different holders I've made for holding gas tanks and saddlebags, stuff like that, fenders. But I mean, it's pretty small. It's pretty down and dirty, but it works for me, and you make do with what you got. When I first got this, a real close friend of mine, he framed it out for me and put something simple up, and it was like half the size of what it is now, so I was working inside a closet, and I just went ahead and went the rest of the way of my small garage, and now I have my workspace. It works for now. It's done a lot of good for me over the years. Hopefully on to bigger, better things at some point, but for right now, this is what I got. Thanks for coming in.